Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do.
Rymir Carter says if the courts will not hear him, the internet definitely will. Now, he says he plans to release what he calls the family albums. He claims they include old photos, timelines, and documents that he believes support one central claim: that Jay-Z had a relationship with his mother Wanda when she was a teenager. That is the claim now getting people talking.
Hey, what's up with everybody? It's your boy Rymir here. I just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that.
Rymir has spent years trying to push his paternity case through the courts. Instead of waiting for another legal decision that he believes will go nowhere, he is taking his story straight to the public. Social media has quickly picked it up. This is not a new story. Rymir has said since he was young that Jay-Z is his father. He also points to sworn statements from Wanda before she passed away that he says back up his position. According to those statements, Wanda said she was 16 when she met Jay-Z. She described the situation as something far different from a normal romance. Rymir and his supporters argue there was a major imbalance in age and influence. They say the case is about much more than paternity. They believe it raises questions about power, silence, and whether a wealthy public figure avoided accountability.
That she met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
That wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Those remain allegations that have not been proven in court. Jay-Z has consistently denied these claims. His legal team has described them as false and without merit. His representatives have also said people should be ashamed of using a child's name to push these allegations. Even with those denials, Rymir has continued to press forward. Year after year, he returns with new petitions, court filings, interviews, and now what he says are leaked family albums.
Behind closed doors, that's only one case that we withdrew for right now. But it's a lot going on. You know how this industry works. These judges, these lawyers, these high celebrity people, they try to use all different types of tactics and call it what you want, bully tactics and different types of stuff to, slow it down. And
The big twist is that Rymir says he is no longer waiting for DNA testing before sharing his story. Instead, he is trying to make his case in the court of public opinion. In a time when social media users closely examine photos, timelines, and old records, he appears to believe that public attention could have a major impact on how people view the situation. Whether that changes anything legally is a different question. Right now, the story centers on two very different positions. Rymir says he has been ignored for years. He also points to statements from his late mother that he believes support his claims.
I stand on my allegations regarding this matter. Mr. Carter, defense attorney in 2012 in New Jersey, didn't want me to sit next to her in the courtroom and stated, I quote, I don't want her sitting next to me. I don't want her sitting next to me.
Jay-Z, meanwhile, has continued to deny the allegations through his representatives and has not publicly accepted Rymir's claims. The photos and family albums Rymir talks about are not official court evidence on their own, but many people online are still debating what they might mean. Some see this as another chapter in a long-running dispute. Others wonder if it could bring fresh attention to allegations that have followed the story for years.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. Just like all of this, just by accident.
When it comes to public image, the contrast is hard to miss. Rymir has spent years sharing his side in interviews. He often says, I just want to know who my father is. I deserve that closure. He has repeatedly said he is not looking for money or fame, but wants answers. his supporters seeing as someone who has spent years challenging a powerful system. On the other side, Jay-Z has remained publicly silent about Rymir himself. His legal team has consistently described the allegations as false and without merit. Reports from years ago quoted his lawyer dismissing the claims in strong terms. Since then, there have been very few public responses. That approach has kept the focus on official denials instead of extended public debates. But this is where the story gets more complicated. Jay-Z's silence has become part of the public conversation. The longer he avoids speaking directly about Rymir's claims, the more people online continue to debate them. Many posts repeat the same question. If Jay really ain't the daddy, why not just take the test and move on? What's so hard about that?
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test!
Those are opinions shared online and should not be treated as proof of any allegation. Then there's Beyoncé. She has never publicly addressed Rymir or these claims. You will not find interviews, songs, or public comments where she discusses the situation. That has only added to the speculation. Some people online believe staying silent is part of protecting the family's public image. Others argue there is no reason for her to respond at all. There is no verified evidence showing Beyoncé influenced how these allegations were handled. Meanwhile, Rymir continues pushing his case in new ways. He's filed petitions asking officials to review how his legal case was handled. He has also spoken emotionally during live streams about feeling ignored and shut out. Now he says these family albums are another part of his effort to convince the public. He tells people, look for yourselves. The resemblance is there. The timeline is there. My mama told y'all before she passed. What more do I need to say? Those statements reflect his position and remain disputed.
It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out, because, in the future, you don't know what could happen.
At this point, the battle is playing out as much in public opinion as in legal filings. Rymir continues presenting himself as someone fighting for answers against a powerful figure. Jay-Z and his representatives have continued relying on previous denials instead of responding to every new claim. As the debate spreads across social media, the attention around the story keeps growing, even though the central allegations remain contested. Every time Jay-Z appears at a public event or Beyoncé shares family moments online, some social media users bring up Rymir in the comments. Messages asking, "What about Rymir?" continue to appear across different platforms. Even without legal recognition of his claims, many people online have made him part of the ongoing public conversation. Supporters of Rymir argue this story becomes much bigger when they line up the timeline, old records, and statements connected to the case. They point back to Wanda, Rymir's mother, who said she met Jay-Z in the late 1980s when she was 16 years old. Before she passed away, she signed an affidavit stating that she believed Jay-Z was Rymir's father. Those statements have been part of the dispute for years, although Jay-Z has consistently denied the allegations through his representatives. Rymir has also argued that legal setbacks prevented his case from moving forward. Over the years, several filings were dismissed for procedural reasons rather than resolving the underlying claims. He has publicly said, "The system failed me. They let him dodge accountability."
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, how things unfold, because it's crazy.
That reflects Rymir's view of what happened and has not been confirmed by any court ruling. Supporters of Rymir also point to other public paternity claims that have been linked to Jay-Z over the years. Letitia Macer publicly claimed to be Jay-Z's daughter and drew the tension on social media. Ramirez Satterswath also pursued claims about his alleged relationship to Jay-Z, while his godmother publicly accused Jay-Z's team of preventing DNA testing. Chanel Scott's name has also appeared in online discussions involving separate paternity rumors. These claims have all been disputed, and Jay-Z's representatives have consistently denied allegations connecting him to these cases. Because of those separate stories, some people online believe they see a pattern, while others argue that repeated allegations alone do not establish that any claim is true. Jay-Z's public position has remained the same through the years. His representatives have denied the allegations and rejected the claims as false. Even so, the debate continues every time another chapter of the story gains attention online. Supporters of Rymir argue that the same dispute has continued for decades, even though the legal system has not ruled in his favor on his paternity claims. Many people online continue discussing the timeline, photos, and statements connected to the case. Some social media users say the pieces seem to fit together. Others point out that online speculation is not the same as verified evidence or a court finding. Stories involving public figures and family disputes have often attracted major attention in the entertainment world. People frequently compare Rymir's case to other celebrity controversies involving paternity claims or family conflicts. Those comparisons are part of online conversations, but each situation has its own facts and should be viewed separately. When Rymir talks about releasing what he calls the family albums, he presents them as part of a much larger story. He argues they support claims that have been repeated by both him and his late mother for years. He says, "This ain't new. This is part of a long line of patterns. My mama said it, I'm saying it, y'all see it." Those statements reflect Rymir's position and remain disputed by Jay-Z and his representatives. That is one reason the discussion continues across social media. Many users focus on what they believe are recurring details, while others argue that legal evidence should carry more weight than internet theories. Jay-Z has continued denying the allegations through his representatives, and there has been no court ruling establishing Rymir's claims. At this point, the conversation has expanded far beyond the courtroom. After Rymir discussed releasing the so-called family albums, social media became the main place where people debated the story. Posts appeared across X, TikTok, and Instagram, comparing old photos and sharing captions such as, "Same nose, same eyes. Quit playing in our face." Others created videos placing pictures of Rymir and Jay-Z side by side at similar ages. Some users also pointed to Wanda's affidavit and the timeline described in Rymir's claims, attempting to connect different events. Those online discussions reflect public speculation and should not be treated as proof of the allegations. Of course, not everyone accepts Rymir's claims. Jay-Z's supporters strongly reject them and argue that he is looking for attention. Some online comments say, "If you really had proof, why not go to Maury, not Instagram?" Others question the timing and suggest the renewed attention comes while Jay-Z and Beyoncé remain in the public spotlight. Those are opinions shared online and are not established facts. Many people following the story say the discussion has grown beyond celebrity gossip. Some frame it as a debate about whether wealthy and influential people are treated differently from everyone else. Comments such as, "If he was broke, they would have swabbed him already," and "Money can buy lawyers, but it can't erase bloodlines," continue to appear across social media. These reactions reflect public opinion rather than verified evidence. For many online users, the story has turned into a classic underdog narrative. Rymir presents himself as someone fighting for answers against a much more powerful figure. Jay-Z, meanwhile, has continued relying on previous public denials issued through his representatives instead of responding to every new development. As a result, the debate keeps growing online. Posts about Jay-Z or Beyoncé are often filled with comments asking, "Where Rymir at, though?" That does not change the legal status of the case, but it shows how much attention the story continues to receive. At its core, the conversation is also about legacy. Jay-Z is widely recognized as one of the most successful figures in music, a billionaire businessman, the husband of Beyoncé, and the father of Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir. That public image is well established. Rymir, however, continues to argue that Jay-Z is his father and has repeatedly accused him of refusing to acknowledge him. Jay-Z has consistently denied those allegations. That sharp difference between the two positions is what continues to keep this long-running dispute in the public eye. On one side, there's Jay-Z's carefully built public image. People know him for philanthropy, business success, major investments, award-winning music, and his high-profile family with Beyoncé and their children. On the other side is a story that continues to follow him. Rymir says Jay-Z is his father. He points to sworn statements from his late mother and what he describes as family photos that he believes support his claims. Jay-Z has consistently denied those allegations through his representatives. Many people also wonder whether Beyoncé will ever address the controversy. She has built a reputation for staying quiet during public disputes and letting her work speak for itself. Even so, social media users often bring her name into conversations about allegations involving Jay-Z. Some believe the silence protects the family's image. Others argue there is no reason for her to respond. There is no verified evidence that she has played any role in handling these claims. Without a court-ordered DNA test or a legal ruling establishing Rymir's claims, the dispute remains unresolved. Even so, the story continues to spread because of public interest and online debate. Rymir has said that releasing what he calls the family albums could change how people see the situation. If those materials are released, they will almost certainly face heavy public scrutiny and questions about their authenticity. Public opinion, however, is not the same as legal proof. In the end, this story remains a clash between two very different narratives. Rymir says he is searching for answers and recognition. Jay-Z has continued denying the allegations and has not publicly acknowledged Rymir's claims. Until new verified evidence or a legal decision changes the picture, the debate is likely to continue. What do you think about this long-running controversy? Do you believe anything will change, or will the case remain unresolved? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.